shelter, water. Those are the 4 things you need.
Hey, Tom! 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 Hi!
If you look at the horizon, it's the first star you'll see right there. And you'll see it's directly in line with the edge of the Big Dipper. That's the North Star. So if you're trying to get something started and you have some of this stuff, it'll catch a spark real easy. It'll burn for a while. It's still burning. It doesn't burn up real quick. And you can kind of take your time and get your fire going. So that's called charcoal. Alright, so you're going to get a piece of cedar over there. You want to find something that's at least that wide. I mean, we have various sizes over there, but you want it to be at least that wide. And if you look, for me, it's about as wide as my hand, a little bit shorter. We do all of our measurements based on our hands here. And you can use your rock knife to do all the stuff we're showing with knives this weekend. But obviously you want to have a good knife because it saves you from having to do this, and it actually works a lot faster. What you do, so this is basically a survival knife. You need 2 larger rocks and a smaller rock. And it's just basically smashing the rock and then see what you get. Sometimes it takes a couple tries. So you can see on this is a cedar log. You could use other trees for this as well. The outer bark is kind of flaky on here, but underneath that there's this brown inner bark that's a bit better to use. I basically pinch the strands with my right hand. I leave a small gap there and I twist over and away from me the top strands until it's tight. And then what I do is I take the bottom strands and rotate them under and over, so now they're the top strands. If it's all twisty, you don't want to take off too much, you want to carve it down. So I ended up with a square. You could carve your spindle out of that. The smaller you can make it by doing this, the less carving you have to do. You just got to be careful by keeping an eye on it. You might have a huge dip going down it. You don't want to keep cutting pieces off with that, but I can afford a few more cuts here. Get it down a little bit smaller. Hey Ryan, come hold the bottom of this.
Okay.
So what should I say? So here we are at survival training, the May 1st weekend out in the woods in Florida. Made this survival cot about 4 feet off the ground. Didn't really need it here, but just wanted to see if I could build it. So this is where I'll be sleeping tonight.
No, focus. Focus. There you go.
We'll be training all weekend and learning survival stuff. What do you think?
That'll do.
Take the top cords. I'm rotating over and away from me, like that till it's tight. And then I take the bottom cord and I bring those up and under so they're top. Twist away from me, and then up and under. And when you get quick at it, you can actually. If this were a tree, that you're trying to cut down, the way you'll want to start it is cutting down at an angle. like that. Kind of work your way around the tree. Obviously, you can't turn the tree, so you turn your body. Yeah!
Awesome.
Woo!
That's awesome.
I like that.
That's pretty cool.
I'm so going to try that.
So we can eat. Yeah, man.
Now he really needs a Mountain Dew.
Yeah, I think-
Look over at me. That's freaky. Look at that, Tom.
Good night, Tom.